Hey everybody, it's JoJo, and I'm here to do a Halloween makeup tutorial. So this is called the Haunted Halloween makeup tutorial. It is October now, so it's time to get a little spooky. Some nice Halloween makeup is coming out, and we're gonna do some Halloween makeup tutorials this month. And this is going to be the Haunted Halloween one. So this is my cute Target pajama set. This says Trick or Treat on it. With little candies, and then I have my matching Halloween pajama pants on as well, so you guys can see that. I also have one of these cute bracelets. This one says Halloween on the bracelet, black and orange, and then this one is black and orange with a little pumpkin charm. So yeah, of course the video I'm going to do Vampire Blood by Bath and Body Works. That's going to be the fragrance of the night. And Enchanted Candy Potion is going to be the cream of the night. So I'm going to put some on now because my hands are really dry. It smells so good. It smells just like the sweetest candy you'll ever have. So I want to, I'm doing this at nighttime. It's been raining all week here in New York. It's been raining almost every day, all day. I don't know if you guys can still hear the rain outside. I guess it will add to the makeup tutorial. I have the fan on in the back just to get some like fan going on here, but you know, it's raining outside. It's definitely raining outside. So let's put on some makeup, right? Okay, so we're gonna use the Hocus Pocus 2 makeup palette from ColourPop that I got last year, of course. Last year I delved into like the purples. This year I'm gonna delve into the oranges and the black and stuff. So that's gonna be the palette for today. Let me see what I can do with this. Okay, so this is the JS5. We're gonna talk about the new Jeffree Star collection that just launched a few days ago, last week. It's called the Gothic Beach collection. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the Scream collection by Glamlite. Yes. Okay. Just wipe some of these makeup brushes off so I can get with the get down. Yeah, let me see. Okay. I guess this is the brush here. Yeah, this is it right here. Okay, so first I'm gonna go into let me look at the palette. I'm gonna go into Doomed. I'm gonna go into the shade Doomed, which is a matte orange. No, first, I'm lying, I'm not going into that first. I'm gonna go into Spellbook, which is a nude, neutral shade here. Go into Spellbook here. Let me wait. And let's go in. It's gonna be a nice little neutral backdrop here. So, I guess let's start with the Jeffree Star collection, Gothic Beach, okay? He finally has a new makeup collection. It took him months and months to get a new, he's back on YouTube. Like I told you, I'm so glad he listened to everyone because the little 5-second clips on Instagram or TikTok weren't doing it for us. So he's back on YouTube only to do it as a makeup collection reveal weekend for that. It's just for his makeup collections, just to reveal them at this point, what it looks like. Which is exactly what I thought he was gonna do. And what he should do. I think he should definitely keep doing that. I think the YouTube videos for his collections were the best. And everyone loved them, so definitely keep that going. 100%. So this collection, I think it's cool. I think it's definitely Jeffree. I think it is cool that it's like a summer to Halloween fall type of thing. It doesn't really go together like Halloween on the beach. You know what I mean? Like it really doesn't go. It's kind of like oil and water. Kind of like that saying where they just don't go together. So I don't know what that's about. Okay, now I'm gonna go into Till Midnight, which is a deep black matte. So yeah, I don't know what that's about. I really don't know. Why he decided to do it like that, but whatever. It's a cool concept. I like his campaign photos with the vampire mermaid in the coffin on the sand. That's cool. That's a cool promo shot. I think that's cool. It's like if a mermaid got bitten by a vampire, you know what I mean? It's cool. But the palette, you know, there's some color, some neutral. It's a little of everything. The colors are just not my colors. It's just a personal thing. The colors are not for me. Like the shades of like I think there's a few shades of what is it? I'm trying to remember the palette now. Yeah, no pinks, which I thought was weird because they had pink on the palette, but there's no pink on no pink shades in the palette. I guess because he thought he has enough pink shades in his palettes. Doesn't need any pinks in this one. But one pink could have been cool. Surprised it wasn't like a matte black either. I know he has a lot of matte blacks in his palettes, but the darkest shade is like this dark charcoal gray. But I feel like it would have been nice to do like a matte black, maybe with pink glitter in it or something cool like that, something different. I don't know. The shades are just not for me, personally. They're just not for me. Oh, you know what? I gotta darken up. Hold on. I can't go back. Okay, let me darken up then. Yeah, so that's on that. The palette's okay. I'm obviously not gonna get anything. It's just really not for me. I definitely like the Cotton Candy Queen collection better. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's a cool collection. So that's on the palette. There's probably like 3 shades, maybe 4 shades in the palette that I felt like were like brand new that he's never done before, but most of them are just like similar, same shades or different hues of the same shade or whatever, like, you know what I mean? At this point, there's not much more else you can do. So, and then he has, first several liquid liners. Now I'm going to go into the shade Doomed. Now I'm going into Doomed to blend everything in the crease. He has these new liquid liners in shade black, of course. I think they're called Beach Proof. Liquid liners and Beach Proof mascara is a new mascara formula. I don't get the mascara formula bullshit because he has another mascara formula, but I don't know. I remember him going on and on about his first mascara. I'm like, oh, it's the best, it's the best. Nothing could top this. And now he's saying the same thing about this mascara. It's like his mascaras just were not for me. Like I did get the Fuck Proof one in the beginning, but it was the worst mascara I ever used in my life. So it's kind of like, yeah, maybe he improved, but still, it's like, I don't know. I'm not going to trust the mascara, any formula from him anymore after that. And to be quite honest with you, like, he has no makeup in stores or anything, so I can't test it out. So I'm just not going to get it. I'm not going to get any, like, new products like that. The liquid liner I'm not going to get either, even though it's probably going to be just your typical, like, black liquid liner to put on your eyes, you know, whatever. Like most brands do. And what else did he have? A lot of merch. An umbrella. What else did he have? Should I think of what else? Do you have any other makeup products other than the liquid liner, mascara, and the palette? Oh, and the highlighter palette. He had a highlighter palette. The highlight palette was cool, but he had 2 purple shades in the highlighter palette, which were too similar. Like, he should have made, like, 3 completely different shades. There's 1 shade, and then there's 2 shades of, like, the similar hues, and just one's a little darker. And I feel like he shouldn't have done it like that. I don't know. This is not my favorite collection from him, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, not every collection is going to be a favorite. I definitely don't like this one the best. I like my favorite thing about this collection was that promo photo of him laying on the beach as a mermaid, as a vampire mermaid. I think that was so cool. Other than that, yeah, it just, nothing else really hit for me. Okay, so now let's go on to the Scream makeup collection. Okay, from Glamlite. So it just launched. I got the highlighter palette. That's the only thing I got. I was gonna get the palette, like the big palette, but then I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I kind of like the Chucky palette a little more than the Scream palette. Even though the overall collection of Scream I like more than the Chucky collection from Glamlite, I like the eyeshadow palette from Chucky a little more than the eyeshadow palette from Scream. So I bought the Chucky eyeshadow palette actually. So I'm gonna tell you why I did and everything in a second. But let's talk about the Scream. So I think the collection is great. I think it's so cool. I love how Glamlite's doing all these like horror. Scream and Chucky are my two favorite horror films, and they've done 2 makeup collections of them. So Glamlite's a win for me, and I like their makeup products. Like I haven't tried anything really but their gloss and their lipsticks. But you know, so far like everyone raves about their eyeshadow formula, and so I'm really excited to get the Chucky eyeshadow palette. The Scream one is cool. The Scream shadow palette and the Chucky one are very similar. The differences are, I feel like the Chucky one has more like reddish tones, berry tones, and then the Scream one has more like bluish teal tones. But they are similar. But the Chucky one is a little better in my eyes because I just like, for me, I like the colors a little more in the Chucky one, just personally. It has nothing to do with like the palette itself. It's just the colors. The one in the Chucky one is a little bit more, like I like them more than the one in Scream. But that's just in a personal opinion. That's just a personal opinion. But I got the highlighter palette because the highlighter palette looks so cool. I cannot skip on it. It looks so pretty, multi-dimensional glitter in that eyeshadow palette. It's like 2 shades. One is like a nudish, like peachy color. Another one's more like pinkish, I think. I'm really excited for that. And then they had a mirror, which the mirror looked cool. They had a lip scrub in the shade Dark Cherry, which I thought was cool. And what else did they have? They had some lip products. The lip products I didn't really care for. They have a bag. Blush. They have a blush. They have a whole like chicken caboodle. Like they have the whole like enchilada of like a makeup collection, which is really nice for the Scream. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into Marvelous, which is a orange metallic shade. I don't know about this. I don't know if I like this shade, the Marvelous. So yeah, the Scream collection is A1. I didn't get the palette, I did get the highlighter, a little duo set. And that's all I got from the collection. But the collection looks so cool, I love it. I can still see people wearing that on like the whole month of like spooky season and like movie nights and everything. So I can, it's a really cool concept and I love it. So yeah, it's a win for me. I don't know if I like this orange shade. How's it looking on the camera? It's not looking too bad on the camera. I don't know. I gotta keep this, because this palette, this Hocus Pocus I like. The 2 shades that give me the most trouble is the Wicked Ways, which was that purple last year, which was horrendous. I never used it again. And the Marvelous right now is giving me issues. I don't think I've ever used this one before, so I didn't know this was gonna happen with it. I have to keep going over it. I guess it's not too bad. It's like a dark like metallic orange. I thought it was gonna be a little bit brighter, but not too shabby. So this year, ColourPop came out with a Haunted Mansion makeup collection. So that looks cool. They had a lip gloss changing color lip gloss. They had a glow in the dark glitter shadow. They had a palette, and they had some liquid lip products. It looked like a cute collection. A lot of things sold out already. It looked like a cute collection. The movie did horrible in the box office. The new Haunted Mansion movie did horrible in the box office. I don't get why, because I saw it with my friend. You saw on the vlog. I saw it with my friends, and I loved it. I thought the movie was great. I thought, I mean, it just premiered on Disney Plus a couple days ago. But you know, I like it. I'm gonna definitely watch it again on Disney Plus very soon. But I liked it. I thought it was cool. Like, I screamed. I did, maybe because I'm just so sensitive with jump scares, but I screamed a couple of times. It was definitely a scary film, but it was a good story, and I liked it. So for it to not do so good, I mean, I don't get it. Whatever. Some movies, I guess, just don't do as good as you think they're gonna do. I think it's because it came out in July, personally, and I said that in the vlog. I think they should have brought the movie out in September, but I think they did that so it can come on Disney Plus in October. I think that's why they did that, but I don't know. I feel like they should have just made the movie in September, because people really don't want to watch. I mean, I don't mind, but a lot of people are not thinking of Halloween or spooky movies in July. They're just not. They're just not. It's way too soon at that point. So a lot of people didn't see it probably in the theater for that reason. Which the same thing happened with Hocus Pocus. You know, Hocus Pocus came out in July in '93, and it did horrible in the box office, but it was such a good movie. It's because of the timing, and the timing is off. You shouldn't have a Halloween movie come out in July. It's not gonna do well. So, yeah, so a lot of makeup collections coming out that just came out. Really, they did a lot of there's some really good Halloween spooky season makeup that launched for this year, and I really do dig it. I think my favorite is definitely the Scream one. The Chucky one was a Valentine's Day release, but you can look that as a Valentine's Day collection or a Halloween collection, because it's Chucky. So now let me tell you why I got the Chucky palette. So I got it because I love the colors, and I was torn between the Scream and the Chucky palette on the website. I was like, damn, the Scream is new, it just came out. But Chucky, I like a little bit more of the colors. So I decided to get the highlighter palette in the Scream, and then I decided to get the Chucky palette, eyeshadow palette. So I got the Chucky palette because of that, and also because I'm gonna be Tiffany from The Bride of Chucky for Halloween this year. So I already bought the costume. Oh my god. So I bought the costume. I love it. I think it's great. It comes with, the dress. It comes with the leather jacket. It comes with a Tiffany necklace, the tattoos. Tattoos you have to buy separately, but you can buy it separately. It's just like $2-3 extra. And the wig. It comes with a wig. Of course, I had to buy like black stockings. And then the shoes, of course. I'm probably going to wear black booty shoes. Other shoes like she does. And makeup-wise, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but now I know, because I'm just going to use the Chucky palette, and whatever I create in that palette, I'm going to do. And that makeup tutorial is coming for that, by the way. I'm going to try to film the makeup tutorial before I go out that day. I'm going to a costume party that night. So I'm going to try to film it earlier that day, so I can, do my makeup, put on the costume, then go to the party and film it, and then film it and then go to the party. So, yeah. So, and then also, I bought the knife. I also bought a lipstick. I bought a lipstick from Wet n Wild, this dark purple lipstick, because I was trying to get a shade that looked similar. I didn't want to buy the Glamlite one, because no offense to the Glamlite Bride of Chucky lipstick, But that's not her shade. That's not the shade she wears in the movie, and I don't. It's just a dark red, and that's not what she wears. She wears a dark, vampy, black, berry purple shade. That's her lip color. So I wasn't gonna get the Glamlite lipstick, even though it would have been cute because it had like, you know, bright Chuck Tiffany on it and everything. But it just, that shade is not her shade. So I bought the Wet n Wild, but it was it was like $2. It smelled weird and it was so cheap. It was like a tinted lip balm. Honestly, there was no pigment to it. So then I went into ColourPop and I bought a dark vampy purple called Hey Boo. And so we'll see what that's like. I'm gonna try to do with a black lip liner. I think I'm gonna do a black eyeliner because you can use a black eyeliner for your lips. But you can't use a lip liner for your eyes. But you can use an eyeliner for your lips. So I'm gonna do a black lip eyeliner for the lips that line it, and then I'm gonna put the purple in the center. So we'll see how that comes out for the tutorial. So that's and I also got the Chucky doll. So I got the you know, the one with the scars and everything, and he talks like, "Hey, I'm Chucky, you wanna play?" And I have not taken him out of the box yet because I am really fucking afraid of that doll. Like, I know it's just a doll, it's not real, but like, because of the movie, I can't take it out of its box. So it's like sitting in a living room in a box, and I'm not taking it out until I have to for the costume. It's gonna be so cute because I'm gonna carry around the Chucky doll in one hand, and then I'm gonna have the knife in the other. I'm really excited for this year because I love The Bride of Chucky. It's one of my favorite horror films, one of my favorite movies in general, and I love Chucky, so it was a no-brainer this year. I was gonna do The Bride of Chucky. Okay, let's do liquid liner. So yeah, I'm gonna be that for Halloween. I think I'm gonna wear the costume twice because I have 2 different costume parties I'm going to. And the only other costumes I have is Cher from Clueless, and then I have the police officer outfit I wore last year. But I think I'm just going to wear the Bride of Chucky one this year because it was expensive, so might as well get my use out of it. So I'll wear it twice. No big deal. I was going to buy another costume for the other Halloween party. I was going to be Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, but I was like, you know what? I'll just do the Bride of Chucky, and I'll do Dorothy next year if I have to. So that's what's going to happen. Let me know what you guys are being for Halloween this year. I try to be like what I really love Cher from Clueless. I really love you know, Tiffany from Bride of Chucky. So I try to do things that I really love, you know. So the new cast of Dancing with the Stars, so it premiered already and everything. I'm not going to tell you what I think of the dancers or whatever because we'll be here all day, but I will say that I really don't like the cast this year. Last year's cast was way better. The only one I'm rooting for, I guess, is the Buffy girl. But other than that, like, I mean, Jamie Lynn Spears, I would have liked to see her on it, but then I didn't like the shit she did with Britney Spears, and Britney Spears is one of my idols, of course, so, you know. I'm not gonna root for her, but, you know, the cast is whatever. There's really not many people I even know, to be honest with you, so yeah, I'm not feeling this cast. We'll see how the season progresses and how I think of everyone in the dances. Maybe I'll get to know people and I'll get to like them. So let me talk about Fright Fest. So I have a couple of things I'm going to do this October for Halloween. I'm going to go to Hershey Park Dark Nights. I'm going to do go to PA and do Field of Screams, which is in like a haunted corn maze in the middle of PA in Lancaster, and I'm going to do it with a friend and a few Halloween costume parties. But let's talk about Fright Fest. I went to Fright Fest in the middle of September to kick off spooky season here. And you know what? I know you guys saw it in the vlog. I'm going to be vlogging in October too for everything else I'm doing. So you'll be seeing a lot of vlogs, or like one big vlog this year. I mean this October for me. Another vlog is coming. So I liked it. It was like a preview thing, so I don't know if more came or whatever it was, but I will tell you, I haven't been to Six Flags in years, okay? I go to the one in New Jersey because that's the one closest to me. I haven't been in years. I like Six Flags. I always liked it as a child. My mom always took me to Six Flags. You know, so we would go with my cousins, we would go with my friends. I always enjoyed Six Flags. However, the Fright Fest was just, it was cool, but like, I don't know. I would never do the preview again. Like, maybe I would do the whole chicken caboodle if, I don't know, because the woman told me the only thing that's missing from the preview is a couple of the shows. And that's the only other thing missing from the actual, like, Fright Fest that they have. So, I don't know. There was a lot of, like, haunted houses and stuff. I thought it was cool. Some of them were really rushed and, like, really quick. One was really scary. I had to, like, literally, I told my friend to hold my hand because I couldn't even, like, get through it. It was so scary. And I like the rides. Like, I always like the Batman ride and the Dark Knight and stuff and all that. You know, okay, but this is the thing. There's a ride at Six Flags. It's called Green Lantern. It's right next to the Superman ride. It's dangerous. It's really, and I read reviews after I left the theme park, and all the reviews were the same. It's a really bad ride. It really hurts your neck. It really hurts your head. It's like a pinball machine. Your head goes back and forth. Everyone's begging Six Flags to get rid of this ride. The Green Lantern needs to be gone. No one should go on that ride anymore. It's really dangerous. I knew it while I was on the ride. I was like, this doesn't feel right. Like, this should not be happening. Like, why is my head going like this? And why am I keep, like, bumping? I actually, when I left the theme park, I had a headache, and I wasn't myself for a few days. And I think it was because of that ride. So I definitely don't recommend the Green Lantern ride. So definitely skip on that. If I ever go back to Six Flags and it's still there, I hope it's not, but if it is still there, I will never do it again. Obviously, I would never do that ride again. Never. Never in my wildest dreams. That is a lawsuit waiting to happen for Six Flags. So for them still not to get rid of that ride when everyone's begging them to, not a good idea. Because if something really seriously happens with someone, they can sue and they'll be in the right. Especially because of all those reviews. So my advice to them is to get rid of that goddamn ride. That's my advice to them. So, what was I gonna talk about next? Okay, so there's a show on Netflix called Cold Cases. It's really good. Like, it's really good. It really keeps you suspense. It's real stories. It really happened. Most of the stories happened in the 70s or the 80s or the 90s before, electronics and, like, technology was really able to identify the killers, right? Because back in the day, they didn't have the technology they have today that can really identify and really find the killers the way they can today. So a lot of the stories happen in the 80s and 90s and years go by. There's been 40 years sometimes go by, and they have never found the killer, and they finally find him after modern technology nowadays. And 40 years later, they finally catch the killer. The problem I have with this is that I think it's great. Justice is finally served. Better late than never. But a lot of these cases, like, they're living their lives after what they did for all these years. No one knew it was them. No one knew that some of these people were even in the same neighborhood still of the people they killed, and no one suspected them. And it was kind of like, wow, like, they got to live with, like, how do you live with yourself? Like, you're sitting there knowing you did what you did. You raped or killed a girl, whatever it is. And you're sitting there and you see the news headlines, you see all the billboards saying, please find my sister and find my my daughter's killer or whatever, and you're sitting there looking at this and just keeping it to yourself, and all these years never once like finally saying, oh my god, like I have to confess. Like, what the hell? Couples of situations are really sad because at that point a lot of the people are old now. Some of the suspects are dead, some of the killers are dead now, and they find him and they're like, okay, now we can arrest them, but he's like 80, 90 years old and he just died like a few years ago, or he's like on his deathbed about to die, and like, you know what I mean, like they're trying to bring him to court and it's like he's on his deathbed. You know what I mean? Like at that point it's like justice should be served, but you know, if it's like, it's sad, but you know, these killers, they got away with it for a very long time. They really, really did. And it's sad that they did get away with it because of the technology, and they knew they can get, like, obviously they did the crime today, it would not be no 40 years passing by before, I mean, they would find it way quicker, obviously, but time was on their side, you know, because there was no and a lot of their excuses was, like, one guy said it was just chance. I saw the girl there on the side of the road and I picked her up and I raped her and I killed her. It was that simple. Like, there was no justification behind it. There was no like vendetta or anything. It was just like, I saw her on the side of the road, I picked her up, and that was it. It's crazy though when you see a situation happen in like 1984 or 1993 or something, and then it fast forwards like 30 years later or 40 years later, and it's like you still haven't caught the killer. It's like, it's eerie, you know, it's eerie. It's like, it's creepy. It makes the back of the hairs on your back stand up. It really does. One situation, it was the last episode too, was really like, it was, they saved that episode for last for a reason. This guy broke into this family's house and he killed this girl's parents and oldest sister, and he almost killed her. He bashed her over the head. She was 3 years old at the time. Now she's like, I don't know, 40 or whatever, something. And at the time, she still doesn't remember what happened. She still doesn't remember a damn thing, because I think she's just trying to block it out of her memory, but she doesn't remember a goddamn thing. And she wants to keep it that way. She doesn't want to remember it or anything like that. But anyways, like, she got bashed over the head and her whole face got surgery on it and everything. And to this day, she still has scarring, and you can tell like her whole face like has surgery on it. Supposedly, the killer got away with it for a very long time, but supposedly it was a construction worker at the time. I think this was 1982, around the 80s. And they finally caught him in 2021. So yeah, it was like, what, 40 years later? So he was a construction worker working around the house at the time. And he saw the garage door opened. And he went through it, and that's what he killed. And he, you know, broke in. So, yeah. There was a couple situations where like the person got away with it and then they were caught, and then they committed suicide the night before they were supposed to go into questioning and into the courtroom. They committed suicide the night before. So the family still never got the chance to see him behind bars, never get the chance to really like hear him confess to it. But then him committing suicide was a confession enough, obviously. Obviously he did it. When they find these people finally, they take blood from the crime scene from years ago and they freeze it or they keep it. And then with the new technology, they put it in the system and they find like relatives or someone connected to them, and then they go to the family tree and then they go down to who could have done this in the family, and then they trickle it down to one suspect, right? And obviously, well, 10 out of 10 times, they're right, it's that person. Some people, like, there was this one case where It happened, I think, in the early 90s, and they finally caught him in 2021 or whatever. And supposedly what happened was this little boy was on his bicycle, and he supposedly, the killer said that the kid was stealing weed from his front yard or something. And so he cornered him in like a near train station, and he hit him over the head with like a rock or something. And I really don't believe the story either, because he says he hit him over the head with the rock and then he left him on the floor. And he didn't think he was dead. He thought he was just knocked out unconscious. I don't believe that story. I think he hit him a few times, really hurt him. Because when they found his body, right, they found him in the forest, and the skull they finally found, they couldn't find him for days. He was missing for days. They finally found him in like the middle of the woods. So obviously he had time to go back to the crime scene, pick up the body, and bury him somewhere in the forest, right? But what's creepy is that he did a news, like he was on the news, and they were asking like what's going on, like what's your connection to this? And he goes, well, my dog was just bringing me back bones from the forest, and I didn't know what they was, that they were just bones. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh my god, they're actually human bones, and I couldn't believe it. I was in such shock and whatever. No one knew it was him who did it, though. He was the one who did it, obviously, but he was saying that he didn't know where it came from. They were just bones that my dog collected from the middle of the forest. And it was creepy, because he's there on the newscaster saying all this and knowing what he did, and then all these years go by and he still kept it a secret. It was crazy. These cases are really crazy. There was so many good episodes. There really was. I mean, so many good episodes. I mean, it's sad. It's really, really sad. So that's on Netflix. Really good show. Really good. I 100% recommend. That's called cold cases because, the cases go cold after they can't find the suspect for how many months or whatever. But what a good show. It really makes you think. It was like, wow, like, there's so many people in this world that are like this. It's crazy. But I think it is cool that the families never give up. It's sad because some of the family members, they passed away by the time they found the killer. I remember one story, the father told the daughter, one of his daughters, after his other daughter was raped and killed. He said to her, please, no matter what you do, make one promise to me. Find this guy. Find who did this to my good little girl, whatever. Like, find her. Find him. Now, no matter what you do. And, a lot of the parents, they get older, they die, and they don't get to see the killer get brought to justice. And it's sad, but... Alright, so... We all know fall and Halloween's my favorite time of the year. Halloween's my favorite holiday. It used to be Christmas, now it's Halloween. And Halloween's always going to be that bitch. I think it's so much fun. I think it's so cool. I'm on a little Halloween music playlist on my iPod. I have all these Halloween episodes of my favorite shows I watch, my favorite scary movies, my favorite Halloween themed movies, all of it. I love it all. Of course, Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town will always be that bitch. We love Halloween, the movie of Halloween. We love, I watch Goosebumps too around this time. I love me some Goosebumps around this time, 100%. Me some Goosebumps. It's sad because they got rid of a lot of the Goosebumps episodes on Netflix, but luckily, I'm so 90s. I still have the VHS tapes from Goosebumps when I recorded as a kid, so I can still watch them just on my TV. So the episodes that aren't on Netflix, I just watch it on my VHS tape. I know it's so 90s, but you know what? Like, it is what it is. Okay, now let's go. I'm gonna go back to that Doom shade and go smoke on my lash line with that orange. Yeah, this is a Halloween look. It's black and orange. Halloween colors, you know? I'm even gonna try to film a scary story time after this. I'm also gonna bake I'm gonna do a lot of Halloween baking this year. I'm gonna do Halloween cupcakes. I have chocolate ones, the vanilla ones with the black and orange sprinkles in them. I got black frosting, orange frosting with Halloween sprinkles. I'm gonna do the Halloween sugar cookies from Pillsbury, the ghosts and the pumpkins. And I'm going to do some chocolate chip cookies with Halloween sprinkles in them. So I'm gonna do a lot of baking this year. A lot of baking. And I already made all the goodie bags for the kids. I start early, so I bought a bunch of candy. I made like little goodie bags for everyone. Because I like to give, you know, a good little goodie bag of candy for each trick-or-treater. So I have it in the Halloween bowl downstairs and, you know, waiting on Halloween for that to give them away. Okay, so now in a corner, I think I'm gonna go into Sarcophagus and Citrus Bling, these two for the corner. And the brow bone. Yes, I already started watching all my favorite Halloween films and scary spooky movies. Sometimes I literally just light a Halloween candle in the living room, shut all the lights off, make some popcorn. I even have like the little popcorn, like little thing that you can put the popcorn in. Like it's like a little cardboard popcorn container that you can get anywhere. It's like a few dollars. You can get any grocery store. You put the popcorn in it. And I sit there with my pumpkin spice tea. I love my pumpkin spice tea around this. I can't go anywhere without my pumpkin spice tea in my little pumpkin mug here. Like I put the pumpkin spice tea in here with the honey. I stir it and I drink it, and it's like the best full-time drink. Honestly, it's like it is my favorite full-time drink ever. And I have my pumpkin spice Oreos already. I've been eating them. I already ate like half the box. And then I put the TV on. I watch a scary movie or something, or a Halloween movie, and that's what I do. I've been doing that a lot. With all this rain and like storms outside, it's like really, you know, making everything even more creepy in this house. In fact, today was a really creepy day because I woke up, the alarm system went off in the house, which never happened. So I was like, why is the alarm system going off? So when I said I shut it off, and I go into the bathroom to use the bathroom, and all of a sudden I hear garage door open. No one's in the basement. No one's in the garage. So I'm just like, oh my God, who's in this house, right? So I got really scared. I got really freaking scared. So then I texted Joseph Henry and I said, I think someone's in this house. I don't know. It's the back basement door open or garage door open, and he was just like, what did he say? He said he shut the alarm system off before he left for Florida, because they're in Florida now. He said, I shut the alarm system off before I left for Florida. So then why is it going off, you know? He's like, it just malfunctions sometimes or whatever. But no one's in the house. He said no one's in the house. It just sometimes that happens, but he shut the alarm system off, so no one's in the house. And no one's in the house, obviously. But I got scared for him. I was like, oh my god, like, who's in this fucking house? Like, for real? Like, who? It was creepy. I got scared. I'm not even front about it. It's very scary. Especially because you know you're alone in the house, and then you hear garage door open. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah. So there was another dog barking. I get it, a lot of neighborhoods have neighborhood dogs in the backyard. They bark. I get it. I understand that. I don't like it. I'm very sensitive to sound. So there's this other dog that barks in the back of the house here, and it happens often. So I found the house. I didn't know where it was coming from. So I had to find the house. And yeah, I found her. She seemed like a nice woman. I rang her doorbell. I said, I'm your neighbor behind the house. I said, please put the dog away. She seemed really nice. I said, can you just please put the dog away, like, or put her inside, like, when you hear the dog barking, just put, because it happens a lot, and it's giving me a headache, and I don't like it. I really don't. And it's a noise complaint. You know, you can't have a barking dog in the neighborhood, disrupting the neighborhood all day. You just can't. There's really no point to it. You really shouldn't have your dog in the backyard like that. So she said, oh, she'll do it. And so far she's been better with it, but I mean, I still hear it. I'm gonna take a lot of trips to PA, Lancaster, PA this month, because I have a lot of things I'm doing with my friend in PA, and I'm not staying the night anymore. After what happens with me in that hotel in July, I'm scarred. I'm not staying the night. I'll just drive back home. It's not worth it, and I can save money on a hotel anyways. I'll just drive home on the same day. It's fine. It's gonna be a bitch because it's 3 hours there and back, but I can do it. It's better than being stuck at a crappy hotel and having to pay money in a crappy hotel. Like, it's way better than that. I'd rather just drive home. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm not gonna stay with her because, well, first I like my own space, and second of all, she has a full house at this point. She has a full house, and there's really no room for me. So I'm not gonna be like a bother for her or whatever, so I'll just go back home. It's really not a big deal. I mean, it's gonna suck because I'm gonna be exhausted driving 3 hours back. But the good thing is that not a lot of people on the road that late at night, so I can probably just speed home, like go smoothly home. Well, not speed home, you know, just go home smoothly without any like really bad traffic or anything like that. So maybe even quicker than 3 hours at night. During the day it will be 3 hours, but during the night it might be a little less. I mean, people do it. I mean, listen, Joseph Henry used to take me and my siblings, drive us from New York all the way down to Florida. He would do it. He would stop at a hotel for the night because that's a long drive. That's like 24-hour drive almost. So we had to stop at a hotel, but he would be driving for 10 hours at once before we stop at a hotel. You know what I mean? So I can do 3 hours there and back. It's okay. It's definitely doable. I had a friend that drove from New York to Texas in one day. They didn't even stop for a hotel or anything. They just went 12 hours, and then the boyfriend did the next 12 hours, and that's it. That's what happened. The thing with PA though, late at night, there's no traffic lights. Everything's pitch dark, so it's gonna be really creepy, scary, and a little dangerous to be driving home like that. But I've done it before. So. Let me know what you guys have planned for Halloween this year. What you guys, have planned. I do miss trick-or-treating. You could trick-or-treat any age, obviously. You don't have to be a child, but I haven't trick-or-treated. Obviously, it's more for kids anyways, but you know what I mean? Like, I haven't trick-or-treated in a long, long time. What the last time I trick-or-treated? When I was like 17, maybe 18. Hopefully it's not raining. The days I go to PA though too is what I'm also worried about because it's been raining a lot. It's been raining a lot recently, so as far as we haven't had any flooding. You guys must hear the rain. Like it's still going. It's gonna keep going until all night. Really pretty. Yeah, at first I wasn't sure about the side look, but you know what? Yeah, I'm fucking with it. Definitely fucking with it. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. By the way, I'm going to be using my Jeffree Star Halloween mirror that I got last year. I'm going to be using this in a second. But first, I'm going to do... Just do this, and then I'm going to... go all over the face with this. A cloud of smoke. Let me do contour because I'm done with the Hocus Pocus palette. This is a good palette. I don't mind this palette. I like it's a cute palette. Some of the shades: 17th Century, Brewing of the Batch, Till Midnight, Observe, 29 Years, Candle All Light, Night of Sins. Yeah, it's cute. It's cute. Some shades I like a little more than others in the palette, but it's cute. Heard they're gonna do a Hocus Pocus 3. Girl, they should just stop while they're ahead. And I don't know. Maybe it'll be better than the second one, but I don't think they should do it. I really don't. But they're gonna do it, and I guess this will come out next year. I don't know. time to do highlight. So I'm gonna go into the same, you know what should I do? Yeah, you know, I'll go into the same shades. I'm going to Sarcophagus and Citrus Bling. Do the same shit. But I really smell that like Enchanted Candy Potion Cream. Oh, it smells so good. I friggin' love it. I'm using the shower gel in the shower right now, and it smells so good. Oh my god, it really smells like berry candy, but like a unique berry candy, something they've never done before. It's like they've done a lot of berry candy scents, but this one's different. It's really good. So we got it last year, you got left out because it didn't come back this year. Hopefully it comes back one year, but you know, I have 2 shower gels left after the one I use up in the bathroom, and then I have like half a cream left. So should be okay with it. I didn't get the mist, but that's okay. I got my Vampire Blood Mist this year. Okay, now I'm gonna go under the light with my Halloween Jeffree mirror. Clean up the highlight and stuff like what I normally do. Oh crap, shit. I put too much powder on my, like my eyebrows are looking weird. Darken that a little bit. I was looking down the light, I was like, damn, like, that needs to be fixed ASAP. That's why I like going to the light, because it really shows like some mistakes that I need to get fixed. It's been a very dark and gloomy beginning of October, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Now we're gonna do blush. So I'm gonna do Sassy Pants blush from ColourPop. Do this one today with my ColourPop blush brush. Just blend this in over here with my brush. Okay, that's on that. Then we're gonna do some, put my hands a little bit. Do some all-nighter setting spray. From Urban Decay, because we gotta have this set all night long for spooky season. Sorry, excuse me. I'm not really, I just had like an itch, you know? You hear like the bracelet? Some little ASMR in the video, huh? Okay, so the lips, I'm gonna take it there this time. I'm gonna take it there. I'm gonna use all Unicorn Blood, so I'm gonna tell you. All Unicorn Blood by Jeffree Star, of course. Let's see, that's androgyny. Okay, Unicorn Blood lip liner. Unicorn Blood liquid lip, where are you? Right here, Unicorn Blood liquid lip. And, oh, it's in this bag. Yes, the Unicorn Blood Supreme Glossing put on top as well. Yes, I'm really excited. So, all Unicorn Blood is going on my lips. I love this dark vampy red for the fall and Halloween. Spooky season, it is that bitch. So let's start. Oh my god. I love this shade. This is one of Jeffree's top sellers, and it's one of my favorite shades. I think it is my favorite red by him. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the liquid lip. So it doesn't need the Supreme Gloss, but I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna wait for it to dry and then I'm gonna put it on. So of course the cream of the day is the Enchanted Kidney Potion by Bath & Body Works. I love it. Spellbinding Sugar, Bewitching Berries with Pixie Dust. It is so good. I did my nails black, by the way. Black, of course, spooky season. My black. I always do black nails around this time. Vampire Blood Mist fragrance I'm gonna put on. So this is Red Berries, Night Blooming Jasmine, Petrifying Plum. The night is frightful and the moon shines bright. Celebrate the spooky season with this hauntingly fruity delight. Oh, it smells like dark, like sweet berries with like a nighttime floral. Love this fragrance. Oh, and it's strong too. For fragrance mist, it's strong. It's not so light. It's pretty strong. And I love this mirror. This mirror is amazing. I use this all October long. It's matte. Feels nice. Love that. Okay, so now let's go into the Supreme gloss. Okay. It smells like oranges. I love it. This came out with a full collection of his from a couple years ago. The Pricked. I love it. You can leave this matte, but I gotta put the gloss on. And there it is. Anyways, here's the look. So, got my little October month calendar right there. Here's a look. Oh, my Halloween candles over there too. Gonna be lighting Wicked Apple by Bath and Body Works tonight. Here's the shirt, Trick or Treat. Okay, well, here is my haunted Halloween makeup tutorial for Halloween. Hope you guys enjoyed. Okay, just make sure the Supreme gloss is on my teeth. Okay, I hope you guys have a happy Halloween, a great spooky season, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.